Hello and welcome to my EFL review game week 13 from the Championship. We'll also go through the FA Cup review as well, just to review what League Ones and two sides have done with the draw. Coming up tonight and probably is going on right now when you see this. So yeah, let's just jump straight into this Championship review for game week 13. So into the Championship we go. We'll start Friday night as we always do. 3-2 to Wrexham over Coventry. Kiefer Moore grabbing a hat-trick in this one before Sacramento got a late goal back for Coventry. In this one, Coventry had more stats, probably had the better chances. In this one, good win for Wrexham, eases some pressure on Phil Parkinson as Coventry had their first defeat of the season. Leicester 0, Blackburn 2. Marty Cifuentes is going to be under massive pressure after a 2-0 home loss to Valerian Ismail's Blackburn, who seem to have found a bit of form. 2 wins over 2 parachute payment teams. Very, very good for Blackburn. Beat Southampton before this and have gone away to Leicester and done the exact same and won. Big 3 points for Blackburn in that one. Norwich 0, Hull 2. Liam Manning, the pressure is rising. Another good away win for Sergio Jukovic's Hull City in that one. They bump into the playoff places, or just outside the playoff places, I should say, just level on Preston now. West Brom 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Bit of a ball fest in that one. Not really going to gloss over it. It's 2 points massively dropped for West Bromwich Albion if they are to get in the playoffs this season. Birmingham 4, Portsmouth 0. Birmingham, I don't think, well, we've been absolutely terrible at set pieces and then we score from 3. It's maybe the way football's going with the long balls, the long throws and all that, the set pieces. Portsmouth absolutely dreadful in this one, didn't really get going. Good solid win. Paik, Iwata, Clara and Anderson, 4 different goal scorers for Birmingham. Very good win, moves them up to 11th, be onto the table in a minute. Charlton 1, Swansea 1 in there as well. Charlton we probably thought would win this, did concede in the second half. Everybody probably thought Charlton would have this result there as Kelman scored straight after half time and probably deserved the win. Swansea did come into it second half and really push for the equaliser and got it, and then the late winner. Oxford 2, Millwall 2. Good fighting spirit from Oxford in the 96th minute. Primislaw Pacheta scoring the last minute.com equaliser for Oxford in that one. They move up to 18th under Gary Rowett. Millwall will stay 4th, and it's going to be a tricky game for us tomorrow at home to Millwall, but I have a feeling we could win it. QPR 1, Ipswich 4. Not sure what's happened to QPR. It could just be Ipswich are clicking into gear now and finally finding their form. Very good away win for Kieran McKenna's Ipswich in that one. 4-1 over Queen's Park Rangers and Julian Stefan's side. Derby and John Eustace beating Chris Wilder's Sheffield United. John Eustace has a good record away at Sheffield United. I think he got a draw there with us and a win on the opening day where Maxime Collin scored that header as well. Yeah, goal scorers Carlton Morris hat-trick. I remember there was a funny clip where they played all that music, the Greasy Djibouti, and Carlton Morris was through on goal. I think they were too busy looking at half-time. Will still has been sacked as Southampton manager as they lost at home 2-0 to Preston. Goal scorers were Lewis Dobbin and Flockjar in the 94th to round it off. A horrible home display for Southampton. 10 shots they probably were in the game. Stoke 5, Bristol City 1. A hat-trick by Mbama. He is cooking in this league right now. Manhoof and Shimada, the only other goal scorers. It was 5-0 before Sykes got an equaliser. Good performance for Divin Mbama there to get the hat-trick, of course, for Stoke, and probably deserved the win. He did, though. Bristol City had more shots. And Watford battered Middlesbrough 3-0. Javi Gracia's side proving to have good home form again in the Championship. And yeah, not a great result there for Middlesbrough as they lose, as they kind of slip up with Coventry as well. We'll go with the table. Sheffield Wednesday stay bottom on -5. Norwich on 8. Liam Manning will probably be facing one more game and then probably play Birmingham. That's about typical when they get a new manager. 22nd sit Sheffield United, 3 points adrift of Southampton and Portsmouth. Both the South Coast clubs doing terribly down there. Blackburn sit 19th, Oxford sit 18th, Derby up to 17th with those 3 wins on the bounce and kind of level on points with Leicester in there as well. Derby, yeah, we've spoke about. Swansea 16th, Wrexham 15th. Leicester down in 14th, level on points with Wrexham. Not great for Leicester City. Queen's Park Rangers sit a point ahead of Leicester City, who have been on a slump themselves. West Brom on a slump in 12th. Birmingham climb up to 11th, and so do Watford into 10th. Ipswich with that massive 4-1 win over QPR, plus their goal difference up to +7 now. Move to 90 points, the only team on 19 points. Ipswich, yep. Charlton 8th, just outside this plus, 2 points off. Hull 2 points or level on points with Preston, missing out on 3 on goal difference. Preston, Bristol City, Millwall, Stoke, Middlesbrough and Coventry are the top 6. Very funny top 6, and could you imagine if that was the top 6 coming the end of the season? It very well could be. But yeah, that is my championship review. We'll just jump into the FA Cup action now. So I'm just going to gloss over the FA Cup action while we're here. Luton 4, Forest Green 3, absolute belter of game on Friday night between Jack Wilshere's Luton and Robbie Savage's Forest Green. They pegged them back quite a lot in that game. Chelmsford 4, Braintree 1, Lyle Taylor grabbing a brace in that one and winning the game against 10-man Braintree. A bit unlucky for Chelmsford in that one. Wimbledon 0, Gateshead 2, bit of a shock defeat. I think Wimbledon did play their backup side in that one. Barnsley 3, York 2 was a brilliant game. York thought they took that game to extra time just for Barnsley to score with Mark Roberts of all people in the 91st minute. Blackpool get a scrappy win over Scunthorpe United. Ashley Fletcher's only goal separating the two sides in that one. Bolton 2, Huddersfield 1 in the crap League One affair that was always both fans didn't really want to be through, I don't think. Bournemouth 3, Crawley 0, 10-man Crawley losing away at Bournemouth, kind of expected after the red card in the 45th minute. They're already 2-0 down after that point. Anyway, Bromley 1, Bristol Rovers 2, good away win for Bristol Rovers. Don't think Bromley really care about the FA Cup in general. Burton battered St Albans by 6-0. I know there was a bit of a funny story with the St Albans mascot online. That was probably the best bit of the game for them, because unless he was having problems. But yeah, Burton 6, St Albans 0. Horrible day out for St Albans City in that one. Buxton 2, Chatham Town 1. The game in the non-leagues. Good home win for Buxton in that one. Cambridge 3, Chester 0. Not really good gloss over that. Good home win for Cambridge over Chester. Cheltenham 1, Bradford 0. Bit of a shocker. League 2 side beating a League 1 side in there, and Bradford City doing well, maybe because they were favourites in that one and they did lose. They always seem to do well as the underdog do. Bradford. MK Dons beat Colchester by 3-2. Good game, but it was just 2 Leagues 2 sides going at it. Crewe 1, Doncaster 2. Good away win for Doncaster at League 2. Crewe. Exeter beat Halifax away from home. Good Exeter away. Exeter win at a non-league side. Fleetwood beat Barnet 2-1 in there as well, taking on 2 Leagues 2 sides taking each other on. Fleetwood getting over the line in that one. Grimsby did beat Ebbsfleet by 3-1. 10-man Ebbsfleet kind of wrecked the game. They were 1-0 up with Ebbsfleet, and then they had a man sent off right before half-time, probably sent the game in Grimsby's favour. Macclesfield 6, Tottenham 3, absolutely bonkers game of football. Macclesfield showing why they deserve to be, well, in the next round by absolutely thrashing Elliott with a hat-trick. Rendell in there as well. Mansfield 3, Harrogate 2. Good solid home win for Mansfield over Harrogate in that one. Newport 2, Gillingham 2 in the other one. 2 League 2, no, Mansfield are in League 1, my bad. So yeah, Newport winning on penalties. Not many penalty games, probably because both teams know that they need to beat them sides. Oldham 3, Northampton 1. Good solid home win for Oldham in that one over a League 1 opposition. Peterborough beating Cardiff as well. 2 League 1 sides. A lot of League 1 sides and League 2 sides facing against each other. Reading 2, Carlisle 3. This is a proof of a reason why you should never ever give up. Reading were 2-0 up against Carlisle, in fact, 93rd and 98th minute. And then Carlisle went and scored in the 94th minute, and they have a spot in round 2. Rotherham 1, Swindon 2. Good away win for Swindon despite the 10 men for Ian Holloway's men. Salford beat Lincoln on penalties. Slough beat Altrincham in what was a bit of a shock, as I think National League South was side go beat a National League side. Spennymoor 0, Barrow 2 in there as well. Good away win for Barrow. Would be a bit embarrassing if they did lose that. Stevenage 0, Chesterfield 1. Good away for win for Paul Cook's side. Kind of shows that League 1 and League 2 sides are kind of equal when it comes to things. Sutton 2, Telford 1. Good home win for the National League side after after losing in the first round last year to Birmingham, of course. Tranmere 1, Stockport 3. Good away win for Dave Chandler's side. That will be looking for an easy draw next time around. Wilstow beat Southend by a goal to 0. Weston win 2-1 against Aldershot. Good home win for Weston. Massive shock there in extra time. 110th minute that game was decided. Wigan beat Hemel Hempstead. Hemel Hempstead really unlucky not to come away with something. Wigan beat Plymouth by 2-0 despite the 10 men. Tom Cleverley's side having an absolute nightmare there. Brackley 2, Notts County 2, and Brackley winning on penalties. Sunday's matches: South Shields 1, Shrewsbury 3. Good away win for Michael Appleton's side, get me maybe regain a bit of confidence, and they can take that into the league. Walsall beating non-league Eastleigh 3-0. Port Vale battering Malden and Tiptree by 5-1. I thought that was 6-1. Maybe they got disallowed. Gainsborough 1, Accrington 2, and Tamworth versus Leyton Orient is later on tonight while the draw is on. So yeah, that is my FA Cup review, and we are done with all those games, those 40 or 39 games, I should say, as one is due to be played tonight. Thank you for watching my Championship FA Cup review. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And I'll speak to you tomorrow for Championship predictions. So don't forget to stay tuned for that. And I'll speak to you all on the next one.